This is Anthony Galliano for B2B Asian News with a tariff update. The ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court on the legality of reciprocal tariffs, or what was called Liberation Day tariffs, and trafficking and immigration tariffs, which were fentanyl related, was finally decided and announced on February 20th, 2026. The administration had implemented these tariffs under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, starting in early 2025. In a 6-3 ruling, the court held that the International Emergency Economic Powers Act does not authorize the president to impose tariffs, affirming the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit's August 2025 ruling, and also held that tariff power is a taxing power, that the Constitution gives that power to Congress, not the president, unless Congress clearly delegates it. The U.S. government has three branches: the legislative branch, which is the Senate and Congress; the executive branch, which is the president, vice president, and federal departments; and the judicial branch, which is the Supreme and federal courts. So why did the Supreme Court rule that the tariffs imposed by the president were illegal, and that the power to tax and set duties is a core congressional power under Article 1 of the Constitution and is not an inherent authority of the executive branch? A president can impose tariff if Congress clearly delegates that power in law. Under the U.S. Constitution, Congress has the power to collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises. This includes tariffs. Congress also has the power to regulate commerce with foreign nations. These powers are both in Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, as is declaring war and raising armies. The president is responsible for enforcement and can only act under congressional authority. The judiciary interprets laws and decides whether the president or Congress acted within the Constitution and the law and can strike down illegal actions. In summary, Congress has the power under the Constitution to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises. Tariffs have long been understood as a very clear taxing power of Congress. The president has no inherent authority to impose tariffs and relies solely on the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, the statutory language in that act. The court concluded that the International Emergency Economic Powers Act's authority to regulate importation of property does not include the power to impose tariffs. In fact, the statute was silent on tariffs. The International Emergency Economic Powers Act does not mention tariffs, duties, taxes, or similar terms, and the term regulate ordinarily means to control or govern, not to raise revenue. Therefore, the tariffs are illegal, and the president does not have the power to collect taxes and duties. That power is exclusively with Congress. Reciprocal tariffs on most trading partners and specific fentanyl-related tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China are eliminated. The president responded by imposing 15% tariffs, the maximum surcharge permitted under Section 122 of the Trade Act of 1974. By law, Section 122 tariffs are temporary and expire after 150 days unless specifically extended by an act of Congress. The administration cited fundamental international payment problems and a large and serious balance of payments deficit as the basis for the action. This is the first time a U.S. president has ever invoked this specific authority. Section 122 tariffs may face court challenges over whether a true balance of payment crisis actually exists. In the court ruling, a key question remained unanswered. How will previously collected tariffs be addressed? The court did not specify whether refunds may be issued or how they will be processed. This has been Anthony Galliano for B2B Asian News with a tariff update.